I'm Linda Hill. This is Glenn Cable, my husband of just 5 years. We're traveling here for the first time to Branson, and we chose it because it was the homecoming weekend for the veterans. He is an old Navy boy. At 81, he went through the Navy and never drank coffee. Can you imagine that? We've been married 5 years, and it's the best decision I ever made.
We're from close to Greenville, South Carolina.
And we're happy to be here.
This way, these are people. A lot of these folks here we see coming.
You're right, Scott. We are fortunate to have many great ROTC and junior ROTC programs in our schools, and Forsyth always known to produce some outstanding athletes.
Right behind us, veterans of World War II. Taken through the parade today, courtesy of a vehicle. I think that's what I'm saying.
I believe you're right, Scott. The Caney County Shrine Club on a picnic table and bench sort of float, and they are flanked by looks like a trike.
Yeah, but it's definitely a replica of a king
That's
from
pretty
the
cool.
Revolutionary War. Coming up next, we have seen Aunt Mary Wire, an Army medic from 41 to 45. He was with the 7th Infantry 26th out of Our Lady of the Lake Catholic Church.
And what a great lesson for them in patriotism, in scouting, the things that they learn. Some of our friends right there. There's Dr. Perry.
He tells me war stories. His children told me that he never talked about the military until we were married. And now he expresses what happened to him while he was in the military, and it's really good hearing his stories because I never realized what was going on. I was a kid at that time.
The fact that I worry about the situation in the world. You see these young people come through with the ROTCs. A lot of these people end up serving their country and realize how respectful they are. Realize what they're doing.
Scott, I believe the next gentleman in the parade is a World War II veteran. Are you the rifle corps that actually is kind of like a pom-pom squad, only they do a number of maneuvers with the rifle.
Elijah, Gunners Bay First Class, USS Chaucer,
And when did you serve?
44 and 45,
Where were you?
Pacific.
So tell me about your experience in the service.
Well, we did 6 invasions, 3 typhoons. We were with the 3rd Fleet through the war, right up until they dropped the bomb. And I was on there for 14 months before we got off.
How old were you when you joined the service?
17.
Why did you want to be in the United States service?
Well, in the first place, you could get it in when you were 17 in Navy, and everybody was doing it. The recruiters were mobbed the day after Pearl Harbor, really.
When you came back, how were you treated?
We were treated well, but we had to make our own way. They had there were no jobs. I went farming for about 15 years, and then I went into oil heat and water pumps for about 37 years.
When you come to a place like Branson, who loves our veterans so much, what does that do for you?
I think this is the most military town I've ever been in, and we've been around a lot. They're just so far inland from either coast, and yet, it's like homecoming.
And where are you folks from?
Louisiana.
And what did you think about the parade today?
Parade was wonderful. It was really, really the best I've seen. Very patriotic.
So what branch of the service were you?
Navy, Marines, Army, and Air Force.
So you couldn't make up your mind, or they just kept wanting you to come back and do it again?
I was just so good, every one of them wanted me.
What about you, sir?
I think he's spreading a little bit. Where's my hip boots? You don't need hip boots if you wear shorts.
I was in the United States Air Force.
And where did you serve?
I served in Vietnam, in Japan, in Taiwan, in short tours in Korea and the Philippines, and back in the States at Westo Air Force Base in Massachusetts, and Bergstrom Air Force Base in Austin, Texas.
So how do we make you feel in Branson, Missouri?
Wonderful, because when we came back from Vietnam, nobody felt this way.
We salute you. We thank you for your service.
Thank you. Thank you for saying it. Was an honor.